Flugzeug, Überraschung, Schmetterling, Kugelschreiber, Gänseblümchen, Krankenwagen, Geschlechtsverkehr, Entschuldigung, Krankenhaus, Naturwissenschaften.
Do you really think that all German sounds like that guy? No, that's foreigners' perspective towards German. German does not sound like that. You can always pronounce the word nicely. Instead of Krankenwagen, you can pronounce Krankenwagen. Krankenhaus, you can pronounce Krankenhaus. Isn't it melodious? You have a tune there as well. And the costume, the dress that he put on himself, in a way is called lederhosen. Most of the people in Bavaria, in the southern part of Germany, or part of Austria, wears that. But in Berlin, we don't do things like this. We are a bit more modern. There are two ways that we like to dress. One is absolutely black. It's for the practicality side of life. It's so easy. And second part is called the FKK, Freie Körperkultur. Basically, you're just naked. Any single party you go to in Berlin, you will always find someone who is liberated. At some point, you'll get used to it. That's the beauty of Berlin. It's definitely not for the faint-hearted, but you'll enjoy and embrace it so much like I do. Welcome to Germany. Welcome to learning German. Here we go. Einen schönen guten Morgen. Hi everyone. Today I'm going to tell you 5 things I wish I knew before learning German. Look at all this ancient book that I had. It was back in 2004. I was just going through the bookshop and randomly I picked that up. I thought, hey, I want to learn the third language. But I have absolutely no idea how to learn it because there's certain pronunciations, certain sounds I just couldn't pronounce. I don't have that in English nor in Chinese. Only till later in 2011 I started to learn German properly in the language school. So today, the 5 things I'm going to tell you why I love German, why there are benefits of learning German as a language itself. Number 5. German, in terms of grammar, is very complicated compared to English as a language itself. Basically, German and English, they are like a related family. They're like cousin or relative to each other. But just English has become so simplified and always constantly absorbing all the different words and languages or vocabularies from around the world. But German still has lots of its original vocabularies up there. Also the grammatical structure. For instance, the THE in English, there's only one, right? The definite article, the. But in German, you got 16 different ways of saying the. How complicated you might think, but hey, it helps you to train your mind, focus in the language, and also listening carefully to what the other person is talking to you. And constantly you'll be working on the der, die, das, die. Is it nominative, accusative, dative, or genitive? It is complicated, I know. I still have that love and hate relationship with that, but most of the time people understand what I'm saying, so that's totally fine with me. And number 4 is about speaking. So there are 130 millions of native German speakers around the world. It also includes people who speak German as their second language. About 15.4 million extra, mostly people studying in European Union, they are learning German as a third or fourth languages. Also, German is an official language in several countries in Europe. So you have Germany, Austria, Switzerland, you have Luxembourg, Belgium, and Liechtenstein. When you're traveling around a little bit, you have the perks there because not only can you communicate in English, but you can also use German to communicate with others. And you might ask, Henry, I already speak English, why do I have to learn German in order to communicate with others? I remember many years ago, I was traveling through Southeast Europe, and there was a time whereby English could not really get through, and I don't necessarily speak the local language. I remember in Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia, Hungary, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, I've always encountered situations whereby people do not speak English. So in that case, I'll speak German to them and voila, they can understand you and you can have a conversation with them and you can get the information that you're looking for. Like where exactly is this restaurant? How do I go to this castle? Or where are the local cuisine or eateries? So those are very good perks of speaking in German. Number 3 is all about the arts, the literature, the music. In Germany, people say that es ist das Land der Dichter und Denker. It's a land of poets and thinkers. I think it's really true. It's so beautiful. You know, when you learn German, you get to read the original version of Hermann Hesse, Goethe, or Thomas Mann. They are not easy, but if you can read that in the original language, it gives so much more flavor. It's kind of different to reading a translation translated version in English or in Chinese. I mean, at least for me. And on top of that, you have the music, like classical music that's originated from the German-speaking world. You have Bach, you have Beethoven, you have Schumann. And from the modern time, there are some artists I really like Lea, L-E-A from Berlin. Songs like Lieblingsmensch, lots of songs from Clueso. Parts and parts of these artists, you'll never really hear them in the English-speaking world. So it's a very good way to actually understand the whole culture. Number 2. So as you know, Germany, the country itself, is one of the largest in terms of GDP contribution. Standard of living is quite high. There are people from across the world. They would like to go to Germany to take part in this economic opportunity, especially in engineering, IT, businesses, all across different industries. And I think it's a good thing, you know, when you acquire a new language, you open yourself more doors for you to get into the whole local business network. Most of the people do speak English, but you still have certain older generation or people who don't feel comfortable to communicate in English with you. And that's when the German language comes to handy. It brings you closer to the person you're talking to, and in a way they can trust you a bit more because you make an effort to speak in their tongue. Lastly, I think German is a beautiful language. I've been having this love and hate relationship with German since forever, always ups and downs. But I would say that nowadays I feel that it's part of me. You know, there's so many layers of me if you divided that through different languages, and German is really one of them that's so strong. I can observe myself, especially when I talk with others in terms of communication. Sometimes it could be too direct, but I think it's a good thing because when you are doing the business, it's very straightforward. So you try to be as quick as possible and straight to the point. But in terms of personal wise, maybe I will reconsider that. You have to really understand who you are talking to and use that method to talk to the people. And that's the 5 things I wish I knew before learning German. I hope after this video, you're intrigued and interested and perhaps try learning German. Happy learning and see you in the very next video. Hasta luego, ciao ciao!